All right, let's make sure our headphones are working. All right, guys. All right, welcome everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday morning, everybody. It's November 19th, 2023. Glad to be with you this morning for the market recap and preview of the next week. Glad to be with you again, as always. Just wanted to knock it out this morning early so I could enjoy my Sunday, watch some football for the next 7 hours. Love that red zone. Well, let's go ahead and get started. First, I want to start with trading holidays. Very, very important. Thanksgiving week is this week. So let's go ahead and talk about the actual time that we have on and off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, regular schedule in terms of trading. Stock market's open 9:30 to 4 Eastern Standard Time. Thursday, the market is closed, November 23rd. So just a heads up, no morning, no nothing on Thursday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. The Friday after, the day after, the market is closed at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can see the two stars. Each market will close early at 1 p.m. the day after Thanksgiving, and then the weekend. So again, very, very important. We only have 3 days left. 3 days left for the week, for the most part. 3 full trading days. Friday's a half day. Thursday's no day. So we know that's very, very important to know. Why? Because I go back to my data points on the weeks that we do well and the weeks that we don't. We just had we had a CPI week. No, we had what was this last week? We had OPEX and I think CPI this past week, and we did very well. But short holiday weeks, right around 66%, not the best. So again, we're going to keep it light. We're going to keep it chill. We're not going to go ahead and put too much risk on. So let's go ahead and leave that there. Let's go ahead and post now or go next the weekend review. What do we have coming up? Existing home sales, FOMC meeting minutes on Tuesday, unemployment claims on Wednesday, durable goods on Wednesday, as well as revised University of Michigan consumer sentiment. We also have flash PMI and flash services. That's coming up this week. So again, not much to expect. I think the thing that kind of stands out, maybe we'll get the meeting minutes where it shows that we might get that pause for December, maybe some hints. Existing home sales always important as well, as that's an indicator of real estate. Okay, now we have rates going down lately. Let's go to the S&P 500. You can see how choppy we've been since Tuesday. Up 45 to 20, 45.21 on S&P spot. That's all we've been doing. Just kind of just chopping around this whole past week. You could see it here. Really Tuesdays where we got the big bump up. That was, I believe, the CPI. And then we just kind of chopped around. Not much going on. So there we are in terms of the week. I wish I had more to talk about. Earnings are pretty much set in stone. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we did this week. This is a short week. This will probably be a short video, guys. Just a heads up. All right, so let's go over the names we did. 3 for 3 this week. We'll just go to the Discord so you guys can see it. We got some detailed information here as well. So here we go. This week, again, I even sent this earlier because we were pretty much done. Friday, OPEX was pretty quiet. I did open some options. We'll go over that here in a second. 3 for 3 in options. Metaverse, in the money, gap up on CPI, hits 85%. Tesla hit as high as 463%. That was filled on November 13th on a Monday. 173% return on Tesla. Excellent work. Intel went as high as 800%. That was some UOA that we sent as well. That was a signal to everybody. So 3 for 3 week. In terms of the month, 14 out of 16, we are 88%. Excellent, excellent month so far. Here's some data points that we have. Another undefeated week this week. That's 4 out of 6 weeks perfection. 4 of the last 6 weeks were 100% winners. 16 of the 45 weeks that we've traded. Again, we have 45 weeks in 2023. 16 of them. That means 36% of all 2023 were 100% win-loss. 60% of all the weeks that we traded, we had over 80% win-loss. We are currently at a 3-trade winning streak. 18 of the last 20 were all winning trades. CPI has been rather good to us, 81% win-loss on those weeks, which we just had. And OPEX expiry trading week bumped up to win-loss of 75% since we had OPEX this week. So again, short week, excellent stuff, excellent. Tesla, Meta, Intel, all bangers, all bangers. And again, all broken down here on the watch list and charts. You could see here, that Intel trade wasn't easy either to deal with. We had to keep an eye on it as we went. The watch list here, 26,000 in vol when the day we filled it on Tuesday. Intel, we were 1 for 1. So well done. Tesla was absolutely a monster as well. Just great stuff all around. We want to keep this momentum going for the month of November. This is really great stuff. I did open a couple of trades. Let's go and take a look at them. Disney calls. Let's take a look. Disney, here's the daily. Do have a gap to fill here at 100. We do have a gap to fill here at 91.50 or so. So let's draw that. That'd probably be the downside risk. I did send this out as a trade. And again, we still have it here. So worst case, we'll probably get to this gap here, but I did see some great volume on Disney. Let's see it. Right there, December 1, 8,000 vol. Right off the rip in the morning when I was watching it, as Disney was boosting higher, there was definitely some volume that was boosted up in the morning. So again, I like this. It gives us time. We don't have to worry about this week. It'll be for the week after. And again, I do expect us to fill that daily gap on Disney as we're above the 200, the 20, the 100, and the 50-day moving average. So again, all we're doing is playing momentum. Next is Palantir. Palantir we have up to 2146. Breakout of this possible double top of 2026. We have a gap to fill here at 2394. Palantir, I want to see if we had any volumes, if it still shows. Give me a second here. We had 23s for the 16th or 15th, sorry. Here we go, 9,502. So I got to fix that. I said 16th. It's actually the 15th. That's my fault. There you go. That's adjusted. So we are green on that trade. It is the 23s for December 25th. So we got some time ahead of time. Again, I still expect us fully to get to this gap fill here around 2394. The question is by when? And that's what options are for, to kind of confirm where we are going. In terms of the market, again, I was expecting us to get a pullback, at least on the NASDAQ. We haven't had that. It's been just choppy. And again, I expect the same next week. Holiday week, we'll probably get a little bit of buyer exhaustion. The market has been absolutely resilient, but as of right now, again, I still think we get a little bit of a pullback, maybe get back down to 15,595 on the NASDAQ. Again, that's a gap here that we could fill. There's no gap here, my apologies, but 15,595, that was the CPI boost day. I believe that was on Tuesday. So if we could just get back and recheck that and bounce there, that would be fine. That's kind of what I'm looking for, but I really don't expect much of the market really this week. But I do have a watch list for everybody. So let's kind of go over it together. Nick will go ahead and go over his watch list as well on the Discord channel as well. So let's go over a couple of them. I do have QQQ. Let me see if I can get this up. Let's see, Qs. You saw that gap fill there. We do have a gap to fill here at 372.42. So I have a break below 382.91. If we could fill that, if we break above 388.20, then we could target a little higher, maybe the 392s, 393s, depending on volume. Obviously, not the same week. NASDAQ futures would be the best way to go, but Qs we've done pretty well. So above 388.20 and then below 383, below 382.91, we could play that gap fill to around 378.98 or so. Next I have here is Tesla. Tesla's been a name that I've been asked for a lot. So again, I write out on my notes here. Below 230.82, we have a gap to fill here at 225.54. That might be too close to the money, so we may have to go to 220, a little OTM, see if we can catch that momentum. If we break above 249.04, then we can do the 260 calls. As you can see here, 260 will just get us back into range, back above that trend line, and above the 50 and the 100-day moving average. 100 here, and the 50 being in yellow. We're above the 20, we're above the 100. So we just need to see what Tesla does. It had a great week, obviously, last week. We've done very well trading it, but let's see what the next step is. DraftKings is a name that I've been watching as well. Saying that for a while. Break above 38.75. I'm taking a look at the 40 calls with volume. So again, 38.75 on DraftKings. You're breaking out, obviously. You did break this double top here, very similar to Palantir. These are high beta names. So DraftKings above 38.75. Let's take a look at AMD together. AMD, I have an alert at 122.38. If that does break, we're going to take a look at the 125 calls. Keep in mind, guys, again, short week. So even if we get these alerts, we need to buy time for the next week, okay? So let's keep that in mind as we were trading the next 3.5 days. Again, we want to buy time. We don't want to do it this week. It's just not worth it. It's kind of like just, it's just Russian roulette at that point. He's just playing roulette at the wheel, at the table. Again, we want to buy some time. We want to have high quality, high conviction, high probability setups. But again, we can be right. Again, we can be in the money and still be red. TLT happened to that. Happened to us last week when it came to masterclass, where we went red, but we were in the money on him. So unfortunate on that one. Amazon 147.64. Let's take a look at that. That's my alert. 147.64 breaks the high from August, and then there's a gap to fill at 163.06. So we could do like the 150s. Again, that's with volume. I got one more for y'all. I know I got a bunch. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for y'all. Caterpillar. This one's interesting. Above 255.97. I'll take a look at the 265s. Maybe the 260 calls, just depending on volume. But we need to get that break of 255.97. That is the February highs of this year. If we clear that, that'd be a good move to possibly get some more upside. Maybe we get some rotation out of tech and into value names. So that's where we are. I mean, I've tried to short the market on NQ. I'm still long gold in terms of futures as well. Again, I still think we get to 2,000 again. It's all about the dollar right now, the dollar and yield. So let's take a look at the dollar together. The dollar's at 103.81. We talked about that. Lower dollar, lower yields. Yes, we did bounce, obviously, back in September and in October. But really, 102.53, 102 level of dollar, if that continues to go, if you break to the 100 level on the S&P, on the dollar, you're going to hit all-time highs, guys. Just remember that. So the dollar's hanging on right to the 100-day moving average. We need to break below 103.55. That is your 200-day. If we break below that, we got some really good momentum to really have stocks go down. Again, all I'm expecting is a pullback in terms of NASDAQ, the NQ futures, but we'll see what we get on TNX. On the dollar. We do have a gap to fill on 10-year yields right around 4.78. We got tons of gaps to fill below 31.43. So break below 43.33, that's 4.33% on a 10-year basis. That's your 100-day. If you break below that, you're taking a look at possibly getting below 4. And boy, would that be a nice Christmas rally for everybody if bonds are bid at that point. Remember, guys, in the hierarchy of things, in terms of cycles, bonds are always the first to get bought. That's the smart money, bonds, and then stocks. But bonds, that's usually a really good signal. When bond yields tend to be lower, again, that helps NASDAQ, that helps these growth names. So we'll see if we get a pullback in terms of treasury yields to kind of help the NASDAQ and help tech. We do need to see that the Russell 2000 futures needs a little more. I want to break 182 on that end, for example. Let me see if I can bring up the 2-year. Here we go. 182. There's a gap to fill here. We filled it. Break above 182. That's above the 100. That's above the 200. And then we can start taking a look at 185 to 187.5 levels. So again, we still have a lot to go. There's some good stuff all around, but again, just expect chop. It's a holiday week. I don't expect much. So again, kind of prepare yourselves. You have your watch list. We know our timing. We know our schedules. I'm back with you guys on Monday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see how futures open up on Sunday at 6, and I'll keep you guys up to date as always. So again, kind of a short video. We know it's a short week. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If I don't see you guys, enjoy your family. Tons to be grateful for. Let's make it a great week, and I will see you guys on Monday morning. Thank you again for your time for watching. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. I am glad to be with you every single day talking about the markets, helping you guys out. And again, I just want to end it with some gratitude here. What's the gratitude? The trophy room. Look how everyone has done. Excellent work. Look at this here. This was the 40 calls on Intel, 520%. Well done, Ace. Well done, Mike Nismo. Well done, Swaggy. Well done to who else here? Mufasa caught this one on the QQQ puts. Excellent, Ace. Excellent work. Look at this. Apple, Intel. These guys are killing it. Now, Target, I didn't send, but man, 29,000 return. Excellent. Wow, that's unreal. We had a big whale here. So just wanted to show you guys how great these individuals are doing. Part of the team. The idea is to show you guys the way so you can do that. What I do and what I make is really inconsequential to everybody. What can you do with this information? That's the key. And the idea is just to give you continued information so you can make your own trading decisions. We just tell you where the fish are biting. We'll explain. The rest is up to you. And hopefully you guys do great. Thank you again so much for your time. www.gar.capital is our website. If you are interested in joining our free live market blog or any of our paid services, description box below has all the information. Glad to be with you as always. We will see you guys tomorrow for the next morning note. Cheers.